Which of these men is the narcissist? If you chose the one on the left, your intuition was right. Welcome to a masterclass in face reading. One of the most intriguing discoveries of recent years comes from researchers at the University of Toronto. They found that people can identify narcissism with surprising accuracy by focusing on the eyebrows. What exactly gives a narcissist away? Exceptional thickness and high hair density create a strong visual frame for the eyes and amplify the first impression. Narcissists understand the power of this effect and take meticulous care of their eyebrows to make them look expressive. Researchers showed that when eyebrows are swapped between narcissists and non-narcissists, the perception of personality changes with them. This means the eyebrows play a decisive role. For a narcissist, they are a tool of nonverbal communication and a way to highlight personal importance. They are not born with special eyebrows. They create them through constant work on their appearance. A wide face with a high width to height ratio. The next physiognomic marker is a wider facial structure. This refers to the ratio between cheekbone width and overall face height. This proportion is linked to testosterone levels, which are associated with dominant behavior, aggression, and pronounced narcissistic traits. A wide face appears when the cheekbones are noticeably broader than the vertical distance from the upper lip to the brow line. This feature develops during adolescence and remains stable in adulthood. People with this structure often display elements of the dark triad, which, depending on hormonal background, may manifest as psychopathy, Machiavellianism, or narcissism. If you see someone with a square facial shape, wide cheekbones, and a relatively short mid-face height, the likelihood of narcissistic tendencies increases. An asymmetrical expression of superiority. The third marker is not about structure, but expression, yet it is so typical of narcissists that it can be viewed as diagnostic. Narcissists often display a contemptuous smirk, an asymmetrical expression where one corner of the mouth lifts higher than the other, creating an impression of arrogance. It is a nonverbal signal of superiority and emotional distance. People read this expression easily and intuitively associate it with narcissistic traits. Raised eyebrows often accompany this smirk. The combination of lifted brows and a one-sided smile creates the unmistakable image of someone who feels above others. How to use this knowledge. It is important to remember that thick eyebrows, a wide face, or even a contemptuous smile do not automatically mean someone is a narcissist. These are probabilistic markers, not a diagnosis. However, if you notice a combination of expressive and carefully groomed eyebrows, a wide square face, and a characteristic asymmetrical smirk of superiority, it is a reason to be cautious, especially if these features come with matching behavior, such as lack of empathy, manipulation, and a constant need for admiration. Physiognomy in this context is not magic. It is the result of an evolved ability to read social signals. We intuitively recognize narcissists by their faces because for thousands of years, this helped us identify potentially dangerous partners and avoid toxic relationships. Want to know what your face or your friends' faces say about you? Subscribe, comment, face code, and get a full decoding of your strengths and weaknesses.